Hi, I'm Jenny McCafferty, here with Michigan Travel Television. One of our favorite series is USA Today's 10 Best Whatever. It always gives us places to travel, and you know what? Michigan places end up on that list quite a lot. Today, we're doing the 10 best sleigh rides, and we're here at Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman, Michigan, which is one of USA Today's 10 best sleigh rides. We're with Jack Mathias, and you're the one who started these sleigh rides. How did they start, Jack?
Well, Jenny, thank you for coming. Basically, we used to have guests who would ask us where they could go to see wild elk, and we would send them out towards the Pigeon River country, and more often, after 2 or 3 or 4 hours later, they'd return with a dirty, dusty car from all those sand trails and not be successful in finding any elk. We had just built some nice new lodging when we expanded the golf course. We were looking for things to do in the wintertime and wondered, would people come back and visit with us again in the winter if we could just about guarantee them that we would be smart enough to find some wild elk for them. And of course, sleighs made pretty good sense, and it evolved to include a 5-course gourmet meal. But that was really what started it, was people frustrated because they couldn't find the animals in the wild.
Well, you know, I've been on one of those sleigh rides, and I've seen those elk, and they are well worth the trip. They're just beautiful. They're elegant. They have these huge antlers, and they like to stare at us too, don't they?
Well, it is possible to get quite close to them in the wild, and of course now we have expanded and created our own 160-acre elk preserve. So when people come now, we can safely guarantee you that you will see elk and get a chance to do the photography. And you're right, they're absolutely marvelous animals.
So, Jack, about how many elk are there here at Thunder Bay Resort?
Well, currently, Jenny, we have about 50 animals here, so that we have a range of ages from newborn calves to mature bulls. And it takes about 8 years for a bull to progressively grow his bigger and bigger antlers every year. So it's important to have a number of age groups to be able to show people the full lifespan of those animals.
Well, the sleigh ride itself is fun because you talk quite a lot about the elk themselves, and then we get to come here to the cabin for this fabulous 5-course meal. And you don't cook just any meal. Can you tell people a little bit about the meal that goes along with the sleigh ride?
Well, we can. Actually, this started in a cabin in the wild that was about 2 miles from the closest electricity, and so there weren't any conventional ways to cook, so we prepared the meal on a 100-year-old wood cook stove, an antique stove. And we've carried that over. The current cabin does have all the amenities. We're no longer using outhouses. Everything is indoors where it belongs, but we kind of consider that a product improvement, and most of our guests, especially the ladies, seem to agree with that. But Jan prepares all of the food herself. It's all done out in front of everybody, and it's 5 courses. It is gourmet quality. She starts with a homemade pear and apple crepe and shrimp cocktail. We do homemade chicken noodle soup, and then her salad is sort of her own creation. It's got, I think, 23 different ingredients. It's basically a Napa salad with Michigan cherries, and it's wonderful. I could go on describing that for a long time, but I won't. The main course is crown roasted pork and red skin potatoes, and for dessert it's white chocolate mousse stacked pizzelles with raspberry and white chocolate topping. And we also feature a number of the wines from nearby Stony Acres Winery, so there's a wine tasting element to it as well.
Well, the food was fabulous. The company was even better. And then you get to take the sleigh ride back to the lodging. So it was just a wonderful event, and I imagine you could take it several times during the year, but winter is probably the best, isn't it?
Well, you know, we do it in the summer, and we do it in the fall. Every experience here is different. In the summer, you've got newborn calves. The bulls are still growing their new antlers. In the fall, it's mating season. They're fighting. They're wallowing in the mud. They're bugling. And so we've had people come back and repeat it in each of the seasons. But when USA Today did the story, basically they were saying the 10 best sleigh rides in North America. And boy, we were thrilled with that. There's nothing else like this that we're aware of anywhere in the Midwest. There are several other things that are done out in the Rockies with elk that have some similarities, but we're very pleased to see that we were very highly rated in the top 10, and it's been wonderful publicity for us as well.
Yeah, what kind of impact did that story have? Did you notice a difference?
Yes, we did, and a number of people mentioned it, and it had tied in with some of the other promotions that we've had. At one point, Michigan Living, the AAA magazine, featured us with a bull elk on the cover, and that just lit up the phones for about 60 days. So the best advertising, though, is word of mouth, and we have a lot of our guests who return and go home and tell their family and friends about it as well. So.
Well, I'm looking forward to coming again because I had so much fun the last time. Thank you for talking with us, Jack.
We welcome you. Please return. Our own 160-acre elk preserve. We also added wine tasting to our event and now feature wines from Stony Acres Winery, which opened nearby. USA Today has named our event one of the 10 best sleigh rides in America. The health claims made for Velvet Elk Antler seemed to me to be too good to be true. In my role as a guide during our events, we tell people a lot of the interesting things about elk, and I included that information about the claimed health benefits. But for the first 13 years, I remained a skeptic and told people that as well. That changed about 7 years ago when I finally began taking Velvet Antler as a supplement, and I am now very passionate about the results.